Here is your Golfer's Almanac for Tuesday, May 30th, 2023. Today is the birthday of Joe Kirkwood Jr., born Reginald Thomas Kirkwood in 1920 in Melbourne, Australia. His father, Joe Kirkwood Sr., was considered the father of golf in Australia, popularizing golf down under at the turn of the century. Joe Jr., as he was called, won 3 times on the PGA Tour, and in 1948, he and his father made the cut at the U.S. Open at Riviera, the first father and son duo to do so until 2004 at Shinnecock Hills when Jay and Bill Haas both made the cut. Joe Jr. moved on to acting and played the role of boxer Joe Palooka from the popular Ham Fisher comic books that were made into a movie in 1946. He starred in 10 Joe Palooka films as well as a TV series in the 50s. Kirkwood has a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame in Los Angeles, and I can't find another golfer that has one. On this day in 1937, Denny Shute won his second consecutive PGA Championship at the Pittsburgh Field Club. Shute beat Jug McSpadden in 37 holes. What a name. Jug was 2 up with 3 holes to go and went bogey, double bogey, and then on the 36th hole, he missed a 4-foot putt that would have won the match. Shute made par on the 37th hole to close out McSpadden. This was the last time anyone would defend their PGA title until Tiger Woods did so in 1999 and 2000. Shute also won the British Open in 1933 at St Andrews. On this day in 1976, Roger Maltbie won the inaugural Memorial Tournament at Muirfield Village, north of Columbus, beating Hal Irwin on the 4th extra hole. On the 3rd extra hole, Maltbie's approach shot was wide of the green and hit into the gallery, where it ricocheted off a post and then back onto the green where he was able to make par. He birdied the next hole to win the tournament. On this day in 1953, Perry Adair died, a childhood friend of Bobby Jones. They grew up playing at the East Lake Club outside of Atlanta. Adair's father helped establish the golf course and was a mentor to Jones. Adair's family established the Adair Realty and Trust Company back in 1865 and was instrumental in building or actually rebuilding Atlanta after the Civil War. Adair expanded into Florida in the early 20s and participated in the Florida land boom. One of the projects was here in Sarasota, Whitfield Estates, where they built a golf course and had plans for a hotel, yacht club, and a community of homes. Adair named Bobby Jones as the vice president of sales for Whitfield Estates. Jones lived here in Sarasota promoting real estate and playing golf at what is now Sarah Bay Country Club. The Florida boom went bust, and Adair Realty was forced to declare bankruptcy in 1927. Rest in par, Perry Adair. Also on this day in 2005, Herbert Warren Wind passed away. He was a noted golf writer, but also competed in the 1950 British Amateur. Wind coined the phrase Amen Corner at Augusta National in 1958 and covered more than 30 Masters tournaments. Wind wrote and edited numerous books and magazine articles over his long career. Rest in par, Mr. Wind. On this day in 2006, Chuck Kocsis passed away. He was 93 years old. A lifelong amateur, Kocsis is credited as the youngest winner on the PGA Tour. He played in 11 Masters and 9 U.S. Opens and was 3 times the low amateur at the U.S. Open. At 17, in the 1930 U.S. Amateur, he beat Francis Ouimet in the first round at Merion. Then at 18, he beat the reigning British Open champion, Tommy Armour, in an 18-hole playoff to win the 1931 Michigan Open, which the PGA Tour recognizes as an official tour event, making Kocsis the youngest winner on the PGA Tour and an amateur. Kocsis won 4 Big Ten titles and 2 NCAA championships for the Michigan Wolverines. He also won the individual title in 1936 at the North Shore Country Club in Chicago. Kocsis was a Lambda Chi Alpha at Ann Arbor. He never won the U.S. Amateur, but in 1956, he lost in the championship match to Harvey Ward 5-4 at Knollwood. Kocsis was a car salesman. Rest in par, Mr. Kocsis. Here's a quote today from Bobby Jones. Golf is the closest game to the game we call life. You get bad breaks from the good shots, you get good breaks from the bad shots, but you have to play the ball where it lies. That's it for today in golf history. Play fast, repair all the pitch marks you can find, and keep your golf ball in the short grass. Your Golfer's Almanac is a GolfToons production. It's written, produced, and narrated by me, Michael Duranko. I invite you to check out our original golf illustrations and the humor essays that accompany each of the golf cartoons. Tour Backspin is a weekly golf history newsletter that celebrates the PGA Tour in the 1960s and 70s with tie-ins to today's tour. They offer a bunch of content, contests, and other interesting bits. See the link in the show notes and subscribe.